What is going on, guys? Creeper here. I've been thinking a lot since I've been back on iRacing about missed opportunities that the iRacing platform has just, overlooked. So I'm gonna go ahead and start dabbling in this kind of video here. If you like it, leave a like, tell me what you think. I know I'm not really one for live commentary or anything like this, so I don't normally do this kind of thing. I usually leave the stuff to DJ EJ or people like that who do this kind of stuff often. So instead of wasting everybody's time, I've gotten this down into three categories here. And if you do like this kind of thing, leave a like, tell me what you think. I might go ahead and make, a couple more videos like this, talking about there's one idea I've got about untold history. So if you want to see that, leave a like. Maybe I'll go ahead and make something about that. For the time being, though, three categories of missed opportunities that iRacing has overlooked. My first category here is going to be overlooked course configurations. What I mean by this is tracks that they have already laser scanned, or, the property has already been laser scanned. They have already been there to that place with their equipment, and they've just kind of, brush things aside. And of course, I know every track has their reasoning for why they wouldn't put it into the service. But first thing I got, Daytona Dirt. There is actually a dirt track going right outside of Turn 1 at Daytona. Yes, Daytona has a dirt track. They used to use it for flat track motorcycles, and now it's currently being used for dirt karting. So every year during kart weeks, they actually run a big thing there with the go-karts, and I know the track is wide enough to where they could actually put, like sprint cars and stuff on it, or dirt midgets or something like that. So it's a number one there. We also got Thunder Valley at Rockingham. Just south of the property, there's actually a small little, it's asphalt oval track with two configurations actually. There's a long track and a short track. So I know the reason why is probably because they'd have to have, weird pit roads. It probably wouldn't work out all that well, and I also don't think the whole track is actually walled up the way it should be. But it'd still be a cool thing to have in there, especially because they've already laser scanned Rockingham. Texas Motor Speedway. This is probably the one that hurts me the most because there's a dirt track at Texas Motor Speedway just south of the property. There's also a tiny little bull ring kart track, paved track, which I know they wouldn't be able to use that in the service. It's too small. There's no go-karts or any car for that matter that is small enough to really run there other than the legend cars, and even then that's pushing it on the width. But Michigan and Pocono's road courses. Michigan, I don't believe, has a road course at all in the service, and Pocono does if you have the legacy version. Well, I hate to break it to you, but whenever they rescanned Pocono, those road courses remained. In fact, they've updated them a little bit since then as well and repaved those. So, just saying, there's one that you could also rescan. This one is going to get me hate. I already know it, but Stafford Roval. I understand the dogleg part of the Roval hasn't been paved or repaved in a while, but you could have made, there's two different configurations you could have done for the Stafford Roval. Of course, have the dogleg just in the backstretch, but there's also a usable dogleg using the Legends course up front. Yeah, there had been some dirt clipping or whatever, but just an idea there. There's also a couple little connecting roads in the infield connecting the Legends Oval into the side of the pit exit, which I know that would be asking for a lot there, especially it being right at one lane in those areas. But, I think Stafford's Roval with just the dogleg in the backstretch, it would definitely be different, but it'd definitely be fun as well. This is the number 2 overlooked opportunity. The asphalt sprints with wings. The asphalt sprints are rarely used, and whenever you do use them, you have to have a Class B license. So those are pretty much a niche series at this point anyways, and I actually tried to get some footage of people running that series because I'm still waiting for my Class B license for paved oval. I couldn't get into the thing, so enjoy some test footage. But yeah, wing sprints, you've already got the car model there. You have the wing model from the dirt sprints. They pretty much use the same wings. But, why? Why didn't you do that? You could have had 2 different kinds of paved sprints, and you could have even opened that up to Class C or have it as a, an open license, or even Class D. Just having that little extra oomph in those sprint cars with the wing, I think it would be really fun. And honestly, just pains me to see that they aren't doing that. Now, for my number one pick, the most overlooked opportunity, figure eight racing. I already know. I already know. But we have Irwindale figure eight. Irwindale figure eight sucks. It's fun, but the track itself sucks, honestly. There's already tracks in the service that kind of support it. So the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, they actually ran a they actually run figure eight racing every so often, and you can actually see in the overheads of shots that it has been used recently. There's rubber on the ground, and there's out of all the pit roads for external pit tracks, this would probably be one of the easiest ones to do. Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway also used to run it. I don't know if it'd really be plausible now that they've got barriers there, but you can remove barriers. I know they laser scan the tracks, but it doesn't take much to go and remove a barrier. And you would have a weird pit road, but how many tracks don't have a weird pit road anymore? Slinger Speedway is coming. Please use the figure eight in Slinger. It's beautiful. It's such a nice track. I really want to see figure eight racing there. And of course, if we were to actually do a revamp coming into not this next build, but the build after that, uh, there's definitely tracks that you could add in. Riverhead Speedway, of course, it's a prime example of the best possible figure eight racing that you could have. And of course, it'd bring in another paved oval track as well, a short track on top of that with some pretty good banking. Citrus County Speedway. I think it would help bring a little bit extra popularity to that track there. And I've seen figure eight racing at Citrus, and it is awesome. One of the best figure eight tracks that I've ever seen, on top of it being also one of the best short tracks I've seen. It's a short track, but they are high banked. It's very similar to Salem, which I'd love to see Salem come in as well, but not in figure eight form, of course. That would be strictly for short track asphalt racing. Showtime Speedway, also in Florida as well as Citrus County, and the next one that I'm going to mention as well. Showtime, a little bit south of Citrus County, another great figure eight track. I haven't actually gotten to see a race there yet, but it's got a little bit more of a plausible pit road setup. I believe it would work for figure eight racing, and as well as Auburndale. This one got me because I was between Orlando Speed World and Auburndale and the Freedom Factory. Auburndale, definitely the choice there, just because of ease of making a good pit road. Of course, another one that has an external pit system. It wouldn't be too weird. It would be a little bit longer of a pit road, but in a figure eight race, you're towing back in anyways. So great track, great setup. Definitely a tattered and torn track at this point, but it'd still be a fun track, especially on the short track side as well. Now with this, of course, we would need a couple of figure eight specific things, or just destruction specific things. Outlaw modifieds, number one pick. Will always be number one pick. It's actually kind of tied here. So outlaw mods and buses. Buses and iRacing would be awesome because you could even do them on dirt track. You could do them figure eight. You could do them short track. It doesn't just have to be a figure eight race for it to be a destruction race. And of course, with the destruction class, we would have to, adjust the penalty system just a tad, just because, the goal is to destroy stuff. Now, this one ended up topping my picks for cars that we'd have to add in. The Crown Vic. I know what you're thinking. Why the hell would I say Crown Vics? Figure eight racing, asphalt racing, dirt racing. One car model, three setups. Well, of course, your sub setups for all your different tracks, but literally, you could literally run the same car in three different disciplines. If you're brave enough, you could run it off-road too. If I had a Crown Vic, I'd run that bitch right in off-road. Not gonna hurt me any. And of course, Crown Vic you can add in as base content, included content. Same with, actually, I wouldn't say that for the Bus or the Outlaw Modifieds. Definitely though, Crown Vic come in as a included content. That way you also add it to dirt racing and asphalt racing. Got a good rookie series there, or I guess a licenseless series. Uh, and it wouldn't be too hard because it's just a great car to start entering people into. And of course, people who do, the actual racing at short tracks, dirt tracks, they're already familiar with the Crown Vic. 9 times out of 10, that's where they've gotten their start as Crown Vics or mini stock, bombers, whatever you call them, wherever you're from. Uh, but yeah, these are just some of the ideas that I've had, with, iRacing and whatnot. I know I'm not good with my commentary or anything. Don't hate me for that. These are just my ideas and things that I'd like to see iRacing address, except for some of the tracks or whatever. But yeah, if you liked it, of course, leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what I could do differently other than my commentary because really I can't do anything about that. I've been trying to fix that for years. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good one.